se already chemu ewo na watwa wie ya yade game ekoso already chemu ewo Algeria JS Kabylie ene aye bibia ni Gold Stars ade bani ewo CAF Champions League sanso wo Abiekuta eho na Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko enso ekoche Kwara United ebo mekaba kwa wo mo entimi anti Asante Kotoko a qualify at the corner nimu okakosia with that Casablanca of Morocco team na chi Hearts of Folk born kanuma went to me Antona Sante Kotoko kwa kosiano ewo eye qualifies nimnya hwese Sante Kotoko betimi akoboni zone na se ontimi komoni zone enra ebra na game no na se Kotoko team ni fi enkan na makopiem ewo Nigeria no na ojutum sa Sante Kotoko ebetimi qualify ana se wo mo entimi qualify Roma Bibiani Gold Stars first leg our Cross Sports Stadium ya show me come you no man timi ante enra omokwaje kanum ewo Algeria Nes wakaboma a council and a Bibiani Gold Stars at ya one more antimi antimu bako crabber na fei yetimi edi and home como midi at a Bismarck Kwaku Sarpong Obeti Isaac and Sa Apajanka Solomon Amankwada Superman and a fair for Tachimensa Womuna Ebwa na Obatomonka and then you may our Jubadian so journey on Facebook Konya 95.1 from Mukwa na waja comment to no share na yakin can be bianso at the amount ebra Ella fiye wono edi eko Facebook na ma usana nyoma enso esi etiene yense ebre kra yebe hena Sante Kotoko edi bibia ni Gold Stars nsam nyina no yetimi ahwe na yedi nkomo edi afa ho Asante Kotoko yebe
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda Ajoa Eduboatin. You don't know how friendly. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi majime die me na mdi ho chia me pay eye me down no pa bia Saturdays and pa 6:30. I go see 8 and no pa die. Me no fire odoni empuna twemu kama se be ya kama na akototin. Kai Onua 95.1 FM so die. Yeah no, yeah dwene wo pa. Enti no kaya ho na yendi doni ye ma enye fe Onua
95.1 FM
Mini Eddie JB a free Ejuada
today good Eddie Kunim or Media Sporting Club so and a game of course so Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex Nations FC and the Summaters 1996 so bia and to me and for Bon Tuna Tim who are the Chemo Doma I want to German Badu the second park and stadium no idea almost so Timichi Swedo or Blacks a bomb come you know and also one more at Mobile Quebec come out and a funny now answer and I don't hear about Quia Yebeti yeah sorry so I would my attachments at Tassi Ababi abakode
therefore nyamiatom me hoye pende Monday nti ewe kakade na de but enye bad
power bank bi eguta peja
power bank bi eguta no
ode oba be
power bank ode den
ode charge the phone go look quite for bad grab. Mo be so phone papa na mo se mo de. Mo better iPhone. Did you so dem before? Kutare ga se dia wo.
Oh be you on the charger buy.
Kutano. Na baby ekura no. The phone nti. Ola baby ekura no. Wala baby ekura no. Ela on the bala o dia to Facebook let you go. Ani ahwefo hu evia no afama afama.
TV radio do via because of you. Okay.
Ani wa afama.
O via because of you.
Make am say ahwefo do he.
Oh, eh.
Papa be kidere chei.
Oh, and so say me so
the papa go dey den.
Oh, set power bank here no worry. The charging phone there. So I say we no be say no. We the charging phone. Kwaku.
Okay.
I was unye bi. Fine.
No, this is the phone on the 3 days 4 days not charging.
So use normal phone bi. Say be boa no. Me dey no say you know.
So be small so
ko use. Me turn $100.
Okay.
After them was also hu you.
No me hu you.
Oh, and then I'm the bedroom.
Sir.
And then I'm the
when you cook in the koto na mun na koto e.
Oh, say Kwaku no.
Bibi hu you.
Okay.
Mama Musano.
Kwaku.
Okay.
so dey see wa ba.
And then I'm really bad, and then I'm a toy.
Charge phone kakran go be unza.
Oh, me charge man do 100%.
Oh, okay.
If it's an opera me charge no me.
Oh, okay, 77 and your boy.
Eh, the atian say and then I'm or die no.
Okay,
if an opera am omodi bear me me the test into me charge and
dim come on.
So cool na mara. Kwaku, mame mpon na me nko. Obasi ade fe baby na ye na ntu anamo.
Ye hwe kotoko ne bibia ni go stars ye bia possible Ghana Premier League because ya hwe na ye ntimi nhwe bi.
Ni ji se makumasi asante kotoko supporters. Kwaku haya baby Alfred Tina da na meti ame no udi nkomo. I think say na ye Tuesday say Monday say ya Monday say ya after say kotoko kobo wo first game wo share 3-1 no. Na a lot of people were of the opinion say o hwe baby asante kotoko every banner results of munya na ebe kwa koye din e de amom say won betimi secure qualification because a year kafa yeda so yusu home and away goes no enti kotoko e hye 4 na kara etimi ensan de na ebe ye din ya ma kotoko obeka me kan say per what I witnessed any game na me hwe no asante kotoko e wo the opportunity to go there and even beat your friend say Kwara United to secure the qualifications obekaya enti me mahwe Kwara team no kakra omo performance any last season adwuma mo ye even this season bo na omo bo no na nsheda enye huhu sa in as much secretary started league no with the victory proud to the league victory no on first game victory no mo ko share defend and I say Premier League champions Bibiani Good Stars e Bibiani e were the champion of champions ni emu so na kotoko team na enya top 4 ni ye de but so di top 4 na chia obeka no kra asante kotoko bo mo boy no na enuoma kakra bi na mix so the moment they will find it right no kotoko were going to be a very difficult opposition for any team obesha asante kotoko enti Kwara benya 3 goals no I saw say it was a difficult game though, but Kotoko clearly will go to Nigeria and beat them and qualify. And to share first leg in Ibia, Obekano Kra, Kotoko created a lot of chances. They scored 4 goals, which in football terms, a lot, 4. But the only thing is that Kotoko wanted to get more goals. So with that approach in the first leg, expose the Kotoko back line.
Okay.
And team Kwara and so take advantage of that and then they got those 3 goals. So it was up to Kwara United to just beat us and take Kotoko. Any scoreline win, Oma qualify. Kotoko just needed to take a point or draw the game and secure qualification. So over a game in Ibia. What Kumasi Santikotoko did was that those spaces, any backline now exposed here because they were attacking more no ewa across stadium no. This time around, Kotoko didn't attack more, but they were big conservative. Kotoko team no more say any Onua or defend it or attack it, but Kotoko were not defensively. They were not attacking that much as they did. You can say across sports stadium. So it was difficult for a team, your friend, Kwara United, to take advantage of Asante Kotoko. So it became a problem for Kwara. One thing is when you say in the first half of the game, Kwara United mixed a lot of chances, but the Kotoko goalkeeper, they be a kind of so a mistake. But Enra, he had an excellent gamer. Nani Modimono was through the mass and Tikotoko. Enti Yambo Kamara Baso. He should give us consistent performance. No Inji your friend saying, sir, from song getting kitibina, errors in getting kitibina or money ban nasweno. If he will maintain the form, no consistent that he's a fine goalkeeper, but a errors on a door sometimes one winning because one shada and yadisa. So Kotoko didn't leave spaces behind like they did in the first leg. They decided to be very organized in the defense and then in the midfield. So when the opportunity presented itself, Hubert Jewu had a wonderful goal and Odebo on the twat in Medema Santi Kotoko. And Abdulkarim Zito, so win him now. Or one of the coaches so no ball first match. Now so no ball second game a different story.
Okay.
And more last example. Okay, team my friend of Bibiani Go Stars.
Oh, Mikael.
In the top 4 any day.
Osheno.
Osha Asante Kotoko. So within a week or so, and almost a ball champion of champions. And Osheno. Good. And most times it's difficult for teams to beat coach Abdul Karim Zito, your friend saying on the bounce. And now a very difficult for Kwara United team. No? Honestly, I am not surprised Kotoko share per quality Kotoko materials as Antoro team Nikuta any the kind of technical team of Mukrana and no one was a Kwara dear. Now was a Kotoko to me penetrate no secure the qualification belts and look at the next phase of the competition. Now what they need to do is that they need to focus on their games in the Ghanaian Premier League. Then a bit pushing womo ahead of the WAC of Morocco game. You know. This season, I believe say Emrebe can't WAC game no But to be honest with you, any Ghanaian team or any North African side, forget about the team out here. A difficult game at the Ghanaian team, especially in the last decade. A difficult at the Ghanaian clubs. Set to say now known the early 2000s, Nebana, Nekotokone has ye teams are more than way any more African. And can work no by now or drink or be fast so between Ababas and Toro, especially the home game at the Babaya Sports Stadium. No, like me say the early 2000s, 90s, but 2000s, and can work it stay so Nicot go be next game. No, come more far drink Queen Babaya Sports Stadium, but then because for the past few years, no Ghanaian clubs are a very abysmal. The continental assignment. Indeed, a ma work for no advantage of us Antigorco. But I'm repeating myself, say Kweku, the right time will come for us to talk about the game there. But Kumasi Antigorco, Team Nekutomo in the two-legged affair. Yabebo Berino, as Antigorco ever qualify for the group stage. Kweku Bibiani Go Stars, the Anisha surprising. Or had the experience, the quality of players, any exposure these players in the wanna now we're more anymore the same as Bibiani Go Stars. Bibiani Go Stars way a made in competition in the CAF Champions League.
Okay.
The best teams in Africa plays in the Champions League. So Bibiani Go Stars Kono. The opposition so munya say that na American so munya any West African neighbor CB. To say be a team from Ivory Coast enya sek. Team from Nigeria, team from Togo, Benin, Ebia, the eastern part of Africa, any team from Cameroon, Bisana. Bibiani Go Stars, to no more but this North African side, no one more attitude, no more mentality, entirely different from us. And most often, we find it difficult to play against them. Now, here, the CEO of Bibiani Go Stars are tonight. Coach or do J League any changes ba semi feature ba any new assistant coach or do more corner and a bit take something away from the team. But the damage was done in the first leg. To concede 2 unanswered goals here in Accra against JS Kabylie, an Algerian side from the northern part of Africa. I walk on the stadium, a Hoshin Ahmed Stadium, for over 52,000 supporters. I be 70% of this facility be full. No members of flesh na day Jamano. That alone can take the shy away from you. Eti now more air there. Name say a be very difficult. Mind you, JS Swara Bahanum, I'm a heart of work show 2-1. Has a koje say 4 and 6.
Sarah Diano.
Aye.
I'm koje 5.
Good. How to say work Wahanum. Or koje say. Oh, menu Kasana was reha. What I say? Enti yen problem they say when we get to this North African side, we always have a challenge. Down na make say me Alfred TV said North African teams, wamu will be a better part of them. And Kwaku enye be start team bia wamu ne be bobiano, especially in the African competition. Wamu approach on the bomb game. And the approach is that they will make sure say in the first few minutes of the game, Ombe destroy you. But say me chewa DB. Kwaku we first leg na. Wamu bo editia Bibiani Go Stars wa Accra Sports Stadium na. I told Alfred say the first 20 minutes of the game, the last 20 minutes of the game, and then the first 15 minutes of the second half, when these teams operate. Now, in the first leg against Bibiani Gold Stars, on first goal no bar on the 20th minute. And on last goal no bar 70th minute. 20 minutes to end the game. 20 minutes into the game. And Umunya goes no. Share and no idea no. Kwaku review. Remember say try DBWA. And the best server as a guide for Santiago going into the first game against, you can say, team work. In the 7th minute, no when your first goal. But you tell me. In the last minute of the game, and I say the latest part of the game, 90+1, and almost the last goal of the game. So, Osha team now, one my approach and say, we make it the first 15 minutes, you know, or my GBBF through him. The last 15 minutes of the game, no more complete mission. So about fee, na say bia, the last 20 minutes of the game, my bow my 10 minutes. A one over to say, what matter what form, no more than that form. So Bibiani Ghost has considered those 2 goals here in Accra today. It was always going to be difficult for them to say meet secure qualification. What Bibiani Ghost has a year or man year say they dominated possession at a point in time in the game. Created some beautiful chances here in Accra, but they could not score. The moment Albania those chances are to miss an opposition confidence.
Yeah.
And then Kwaku game, I watched the entire game. Bibiani Gold Stars lose 5-0. But they dominated certain part of the game. Next year, any other day and any opposition, Bibiani Gold Stars would have scored goals. But Bibiani Gold Stars born and not normally 5 no. 1 goalkeeper Kobe. Imano Kobe. Say Onua can normally be 12. Point blank saves or be 6. They also dimikabe humbo. They also dimikabe pia. They also be Filipano on it ego share. If said no ne performance or done idea, it could have been a different story and can never see Bibiani goes at 12. Then they created some chances, but they could not find the back of the net. It is an experience yeah. Wamumra back per the team Mukutandie. Say Basabasa ABNC team nim na say ekobase ogum ena obefa team no obetimi ahye team na mo stability a na performance we ja to no na Kwaku enye mo say they can defend their title in the Ghana Premier League. Yeah, we sure mo all the best is an experience in there, but famra Ghana FA Cup they will build upon this and go forward. But let me repeat it. If Kotoko will put things right, the work team no na say nyemusa woman born body. They have the supporters. I never come to see Kotoko supporters. One more stadium on the head near the bomber. One best videos no. Yeah. One more league game no winning videos no. And when you say no, so when you bema, it be intimidate you. That is the only thing I think they will have as an advantage against Asante Kotoko. But born ankasani tactical brains there. Karim Zito ni boys in Wobi. They have what it takes to go there and win and qualify. But it is not going to be easy. I am just say be omo mono babayara. Thank babayara beba. Womo de be na watch be promo. Kuma asifo be kwa kohebo na makotoko. Nanka kotoko aye ntekese. But sometimes when kotoko bo kuma se by sports stadium in games like this kotoko fail to impress. And I think in other way Accra Sports Stadium a blessing in disguise for Kotoko in the first leg. But me say per what I have witnessed and the kind of Bibia Kotoko team and Kotoko team in certain see. But work there adding on paper work your favorite to qualify. But every teams on Moko group stage, you know. Na mete ma qualify.
Isaac and Sapaga and Martin in Casa Sante Kotoko. Kakrebi on Ghana Premier League na me ma Fred Mrem.
Well, Ghana Premier League na exciting. Mo bo adwuma so monyere mo ho. This weekend is umesa atwaso. That what's it? You guys are doing an exceptional job, especially on the what was it? Especially on the coverage, and you are giving us some soothing commentary too in the local dialect on TV near day. When you team mobile ejma, yamumabaso. Kakrebi on Mediama Sporting Club. Omunya a good start to the league. We one of those things that are likely to happen, and per where they started the season from, Omunya enough time for preseason, and they had a very good start to the league. 2 games, 2 wins. The third game away to Karela and Umukulusiye. Karela were coming into the game after so Samate's na kobo draw. Meanwhile, Samate's first leg on also away kobo draw. Nti no confidence of Karela waha. But unfortunately, a kobo draw.
Okay.
The coach in team no, and the coach no kuta Karela ne a league winner in Nuruddin Amedu.
Okay.
Nti no, you obi that experience. And like I said the last time, they had some excellent signings, not big name players.
Even is he done? So they call China no.
On there, Biwan Kobe.
Okobi, on the question winning goal. Karela striker no. Mohamed Zidane on the question goal. On the number 10.
I see.
Yeah.
So what they did, and the kind of performances are what more than this so far in the league. Mediama should just arrange staff. No one go back to Takwa in the next game, that is the week 4. No one put things right. I think that one of those games, Yambo Karela team Nabaso on that score. Nations FC Nisa Matters game was live on TV. I think say Mirefi goalkeeper there the Masa Matters.
Goalkeeper there the Masa Matters. Zakari.
Wonderful display.
Musa.
Yamona Baso. I think say I mean se match ni ba TV ni so na ye catch them with TV ni so a and my boys ne bobo fufurubi so be kind of cry so far games no more you with TV ni so no as any na man exceptional performances
and the pitch no so factor.
Well, we've seen excellent performance from the 2 teams. She House of WOHO game. She Kotoko Brekum Chelsea. She you can say Dreams FC versus Heart of Lions. WOHO versus Young Apostles. Boy, Young Apostles boy, especially in the second half. She games na ye with TV news. Me nim say omukasi be with TV news so a different motivation there. Any sank yen twene yin match no de bia ye mo ba ko na yin TV news so na beautiful football. I am impressed with games especially I with TV news so. Hwe Mediama versus Vision FC. Enti those games na ya hwe no am ye hu ni say league nin shedan says ha. What I say?
Yeah. I
think we will get there. It will take time. For me, I am impressed with the teams now, but especially Young Apostles. Or losing the first game at home to Mediama Sporting Club. No, I could say. Losing the first game at home to Mediama Sporting Club. And in that game, the second half, they were very good side. And of course, Hoya no so have a picky point against Hearts of Oak. No, Okunya at that point and Obo 2-0 at home against the opponent. So for me, I'm excited for them. I think they won 1-0. I'm happy for them that at least finally no more back to when she on home games no and also serve as a motivation for them, and we are in for a beautiful thing. One thing say I was all blacks here and say Kwaku home games no pair what they did against Chelsea. They on any day they can beat any team at the home grounds. But that way it's difficult for them. They will score first and then they will take that points and so on the dash. They need to improve one concentration on their away games. Again, our focus should be from minute 1 to the entire 90 minutes. And I believe that all these teams will get us some needed results. Let's see, say you better clear other matches never ho. Maybe to me abashim for Hearts of Folk. Me medical can we Hearts of supporter. This is the time you need to support your team. Hearts the team ain't a good preseason, but team needs a team here. And there evidence in games now, Mabono. Hearts about 3 matches, you unbeaten. Concede goal but they've scored only 2 goals. The most important thing in the game is the point. Match 3 points. The last game on boy, but they just need to focus more. Now, numerous chances no more creating. Hamza Isa, Abura Duku, any those attackers no more team anymore. Make sure somebody in your man be go team. I think that we are enjoying the league so far. 3 weeks the day. I think I've seen so much of excitement.
Isaac and Sapaja and I'm telling Casse watch us now for Tachimensa. I've had too.
Yambo Kumasi Asante Kotoko or Mabaso. I think so far so good because Ebrana ye draw game I'm for a feel say Asante Kotoko ebe winning game with ease until the first leg now about so they are cross post on ma kofosa some a radio notes concerning Kara United game so for Karim Zito and his boy say ombetimi akọ all the way to Nigeria. Na kuku omako keep a clean sheet. Normal say I pick a 3 point from there. No, it tells you that the team is really on course. I say your bomb abasu the Jumasuma ye. And shada nyawa for Kumasi Asante Kotoko and shada nyawa for coach Karim Zito because of previous achievement on my as far as Champions League and a Conference Cups concern. I don't remember the last time Kumasi Asante Kotoko just first and prelims Kotoko ebe film or just Karim Zito prelims not ni team film. I don't remember the last time. Do na small teams in Kitwa the CAF competitions in the time na omo threaten Kumasi Asante Kotoko, but this time around, Yamia say Kara United ain't me and threaten Asante Kotoko because you name there Karabanji Sharks for no ebe Krumha you name there San Pedro mo BYC mo ebe Kruma na no dene. And all these things in na Emma Hukakra Edema Asante Kotoko. I'm preparing Kotoko do Kotoko mainly for big matches as far as CAF competitions are concerned. So you say level of Kotoko do no with work na there. And no at appropriate time no you be go to the game itself. But some of us okay with the fiction now about to Edema Asante Kotoko. You say Kotoko a bit me find a very good result as far as these 2 matches Koko are concerned. So Yambo Kotoko team na baso with this performance. Or more alternative over the weekend at the Amayan on Bibian Go Stars there. Kukuna Yina him say draw na by na a very difficult. The mom say on betting me with some of us now a bomb price at least score line a bit respectable. Ebia nka said a coach am aboard no me or modia wahata okwaje 5 ewo Morocco. Alex na Kenya bad but what na fear man aba be show 2 unanswered goals. Now I say at 1 or Algeria. Now was actual 5. It tells you that wabua breusun and I banisa ya na kakra. So I think say one key thing but a lesson edema baby and go start saying him say level no and the level I in because we had 2 legs na bomb boy in na kuku almost show clearly say indeed they are champions of Ghana. Game no the almost boy they create a lot of chances but this experience na a problem kakra. I think that is the only issue na ye can want some say better now that players most of them know the feel of it who could trust me if Go Stars winning Ghana Premier League in this particular season not necessarily in the same team opportunity across the CAF Champions League. Trust me, I say team had a good results. Ghana for I enjoy that performance because most of them know how team about team a parody munina Ejuma visit Atenga on the day or the back line. You who clearly the difference Atenga had Emma Tina face some few ones any opportunity ababo ewa Bruchenia na Shantim Zimbabwe to quiet so or more extra or more as far as that particular game so these are things that could real and sa a bit me account this particular fixture. So yambo so abaso do resource no any resource I Ghana for no expect to say a bit me about do dear but I think say one day my union and a bit me ashena yabo hubra na amount so good also the 2 teams no performance at this particular week or more on the CAF competition and Kitwe beyond Ghana Premier League. I think say Magic 3 has been very very exciting. Bechem United against Heart of Lions I was really surprised with scoreline with 1-0 because now Heart of Lions actually say or more attacking department in a very potent every single game and they try to meet him but on that particular game or more finding it very difficult before I'm more 8 pull 1 they are twatting so it tells you that this particular season Premier League a very type many opportunity I share Bechem United I think against BBN Gold Stars if you ball Bechem United a boy against BBN Gold Stars it took 2 penalties and a differentiating Gold Stars any Bechem game or more a boy down spark the same thing Bechem United against Basaka All Stars in opportunity monitor that particular game was also a KG encounter then done affair quite bahas out to the end-to-end actions and a team course so that's a normal ball against Lions in the name say at least you know bit me akoye but football in there definitely whenever when you put to the home and amount that fever no amount that courage and amount that strength you know say bit me pick that 3 points. That was what exactly happened on the day. Now on Samates and Nations FC game from Ewa Brankes no I think it's also one beautiful game weekend most especially about live on Onua TV you know it was a very great game. Coach Christopher Enin, Coach Kasim Mengelo can say Omonina no a parody a very strong side and Obiaso MAP a good strategy kuku eboy because Enin coming into the game say anyade or babe consider on share Oma nations so encheno and there one strategy I think say eboy Samates team ni papa on the day and of course nations and so I try about 3 or 4 philosophies just to put the ball back of the net was Samates Ponechi but also I try say ebe stay very so said beya almost be to me keep people so very tight like Apeja Riley said the goalkeeper on the day for Samates I think was super about whom papa say at least we be organizing in defense no we be coming to the party as a winner you hear no so be about all these things you know issue clear say Samates Semenrana they were on top of their games of course these two teams in Asia name results are mostly na etaba like and run for the first time I bought 19 meter nations in Samates about go biala MPM it tells you how stronger two teams in on the day so so on that particular score as well Nugoku Dreams FC many opportunity I monitor be especially on the preseason you know but in Hekakra the century preseason kappa Echo boy summer boy beating a Nations FC beating Samatet beating Adriana Stars tells some of us that Dreams FC team you know am I ready for Ghana Premier League but Koku Ghana Premier League no Koku ye kasa ye kana kra ye nim teams bi o him say teams no all that strong and teams be air ball ma basically no benya a bit predictions kakra dey ama certain teams be on that abra na Dreams call you win chino Koku na ye nim pefi say dan Dreams FC beat me papa everywhere in Chidiaba because first game mediama echo and mediama at 3 points by yes young apostles almost game against WOHO United ewo team so you performance or more than but all the compare Dreams FC game of boy against a crowd of folk ewo Neo Kraku Park ewo New Town kukuna that difference no as a young apostles far game with ease Dreams beat me pick a point or do so but Kuku Amanisa game the rain of Abrana Winchi and that is young apostle LED after say a ball and opinion and still on Dreams FC intimate put on more things together just to make a game you know on the day so we know issue glimpse this particular season game you know a game a Kuku you know you bet me what is I mean we Accra Hearts of Folk Kuku I think say Hearts of Folk yeah at first season, you know, a concern 3 matches, 7 points. That is 2 wins, 1 draw. Go any bad at all. We share House of Game Boy against Dreams FC. Unya that's solely go from that is Mohamed Hussein. And of course, and now over the weekend, Game of Boy, and so it's 11 wonders. Unya and Nairo go that is Inokis Bonting. Take 6 points, you know, at check glimpses say House of Folk are you ready? Though has NCR those teams now has been to me test your strength in the day. But you baller 11 wonders a boy you baller Dreams FC a boy and after you baller what do you call WOHO United on the day Kuku omo boy against a crowd of folk. So all these things you know actually clear say gradually has of folk taking match after match. But Goku has in show Musapomunso because say what about 3 matches? Now Hartford I said just 2 goals. Now among these 2 goals, no Hartford ain't to me in sense say a striker and attack be a woman and a 80-minute goal no a day among midfielders and the wingers are the people who currently or any goals no Edema Hartford. It makes it a bit worry Edema Hartford taking the captain, of course the playing body as well. Let's say Ushia Tima the back no air compact in the back no organizing it very well. Now attackers and intimate penetrate. Let's say wingers and midfielders anyone would to scorer. Then meaning Hartford that particular game you know I'm finding it very difficult. Sometimes too it takes Benjamin Asare to come into the party say on bet me abet shine bobre to say has a bit to make keep a clean stone to make maybe get a point or 3 no. So Eda Sebi Benjamin Asare so benya bad the office no has to then and on bet me. So I think say the technical team you know needs to start working on the attacking department, working on how their scoring ability and bit me sharpen. So that I'm day in day out you know elbow match crowd definitely no attackers and bit me goals on their mom. So ringers no and me feel no nya omudi on that very day attackers bit my omujuma attackers do omujuma now ringers me feel no omujuma plus edema team. So I think say that is what we are playing now. They are going to be team that is one of games Hartford ever
on Friday
on Friday has ever tested on game pop on that particular fixture. Trust me, has be juma year on the day minka na me fan that I don't know if some Hartford team no why crowd for this particular season or not. So young mama so far I'm so good on 3 matches so far Hartford team no abo omunyina no ayade on this particular season.
Alfred Chibensa and I'm attending Kase Ghana Premier League na fia Asante Kotoko any Bibiani Go Stars match omko boy no wadon so ache na Jimmy twa me ho abata me ba ye bedi nkomo e dey afa match se course na watwi awie ye ho me ba sia na yato aso
Emri bi atwam apomuden ho nsem agi ensem ho Emma
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda Adjoa Eduboatin. You don't know how friendly. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi maji me die me na me di ho chia me pay. Eye me da no pa bia Saturdays and pa 6:30. I go see 8 and no pa die. Me no fire odoni empna twemu kama se be ya. Ebe ya kama na akototin. Kai Onua 95.1 FM so die. Yeah no, yeah dwene ho pa. Enti no kaya ho na yendi doni ye ma enye fe
Onua 95.1 FM 5.1 FM
Meaning Eddie JB a free Ejuada Ekopim Efiada between 5:30 to 10 a.m. Yeah, the Sempa Jumedi Eddie Bro because we are the co-hosts. Meaning na ya brefot na konwemu a semi free Ghana and I say wo hadmu na yedni na besomo na yewie Ejuada Ekopim Fiada de na ne memenda so a free no watche Ekopim se nondu ebebo me the tifisem Eddie Bro eno ensem a esi wo Ghana hani na watche ne mu na ni aboni na no ni Eddie Bro iti de echi ewo your Facebook page Onua 95.1 any other social media handles ni na near for Ghana sem efa somo but modern say ya now so do comment there Eddie atwase e benya daje akenkan dia ma
Onua 95.1 FM
Hello Ovia, you're from Felicia say find us in our class prefect. Me na me mid-morning show host of a Juma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day AM Mondays to Friday 10 o'clock AM to 12 p.m. What you say? It is stay glued. Obonya konkosa kakra, gist kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM.
Hello, meeting the Ohima Echampoma, Onua Newsroom, Onua TV, Onua FM. Ejuada Ekopim Fiada Bia, Onua Yensempa so, me de energy dear and semwa etwego wa be fonten tan so, ene ne akoso ewoye entertainment industry mu, me tabiri ni nyina e de ba be show Onua 95.1 FM so. Ne memene danso minyamu hosa me di GH High Life tumedie eno so ebro Onua 95.1 FM so tumedie a eboyen High Life enyum e Ghana yankasa High Life enyum e wi the contemporary kakra ene Afrobeat enyum ni nyina e de eba besomo memene da bia 2 ekokopem 5 mene wo twa agro ai di agro konkonsa kakra enso ne namu ni nyina ndo so mo Onua 95.1 FM so Onua TV ene Onua FM de abibia ye kasa ye se ye twene ho pa
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Yeah, Chinemo.
Hello, Obia. You're from Felicia say. Fine girls in our class prefect. Me na me mid-morning show host of a Juma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 p.m. What you say? And to stay glued. Obenya konkonsa kakra, gist kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Yeah, Chinemo.
Hello, Obia. You're from Felicia say. Fine girls in our class prefect. Me na me mid-morning show host of a Juma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 p.m. What you say? And to stay
556 6924 45. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Isaac Etio.
Pepe, Isaac as well, peace town. Bismarck, my boy, you mapa, and I come to me, Yamankasa. Especially in Jumana Mobono Kotoko, Jumana Mobono. In fact, many are the papa, Santi Kotoko, the best share. Tim name we're there. On my Sagan and Munyam. So we were broken. Now, Tim, we almost Ghana. Hey, Omobobo. What Kotoko? I mean, Shram, my idea. What a Ghana name. Okay, remember, we Ghana Premier League. In fact, and why de papa. And would I any no cry about pet Ghana and Pen, no cry about pet. Onua TV3. Onua FM, who Jim, and why do, and why de papa. You see, I think in our bomb homody. If me town part to come bomb homody. Has and one movie. I feel we league a mobile day. Because has once your next match crown be winning, intimate has to folk supporters. Monko Stadium, Mumaninji. Be prepared or Court Stadium or yes, save security, save fantastic. Who could say to my own medium, ever do come on, because on your TV3, on your FM, on Muhajim, security are tight. I feel we legal no. And why de, I had
but I say so, friend. Now, watch your dream 0556 6924 45 0556 6924 45. Hello, good evening.
Hello, this man. Good evening, sir. Unia Bema on God.
Yes, you.
Fantastic. Alfredo. This man. What about the better Ghana? Better get better money more. It's more than open your secretary. It's allow. Young got 5-1 star. With that. Morocco, you better finish your more. Moka the phobia for the say. Oh, my yabo, tell no more than Africano. Oh, my yamano, papa. This man. So no being that say it's not going to buy a stock with City. I'll go home by the eye. You better not going why. Inshallah. Bye.
But I say on God, sounds so friend. 0556 6924 45 0556 6924 45. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Moro Yentio, across.
I am Momo and Edumapa. I'm the Ghana Premier League in America. I'm saying, the America for Media General, Yankupo, Onshiramo, Papa. Mona Mama League na ifo. Adano 11 wonders na the team house of folks me share match ni bi. The wa we see my commentary na enianom so discuss on my yard papa. Na we mu na amude contact ni ma team to be as no mo kura unhu hwe. So ball be bia Uhu baby, I say what stadium more. Oh, my yard, Yankopon, which Ramo. Now, house of folk, you best Ramo.
Hello, Moro. Hello, Moro.
Oh, I'm for me. For me, best Ramo,
Moro Minso made us so afraid. Now, watch our 0556692445 0556692445. Hello, good evening. Hello. MC on also enter Menka 0556692445 0556692445. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Livingston Tama, you.
That's your bridge, my baby. Madam, Heart of Lions, new management about somewhere. I mean, sure, boys. One factor, but me camp concerning Champions League competition.
This all catch me.
I buy any best support to oh, yeah, no, from qualified to money zone because if any goes out, Pano, but you are almost year ready, and you know we have go better over this cap. And I'm a boy. We are ready, and we are there and support too. When you are how do you call it? A waste of money. We are ready. Raw start to push. We determine. We say when you are ready. But Emma was standing the wide. Oh, the beginning life in Nepse. That's some of the things. Say, but be like different basic fans can be similar. Yeah. There's a next time government no one say. Will be qualified. Can do money zone and our support to. One way six can keke. That's about.
So, may I say 0556 6924 45 0556 692445. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Onua boy.
Na me adu na so e.
Oh, God, na we ma Johnson na koma.
Yeti we.
I was afin ya start the leg no. Amafo bobo won team about so mesre. Mesro. I to was first goal na ya ti ase 2-1. Afin na ya be do me players. Na coaches. Also for ya start here. I mean person we be team dem me na o ka se me ye me da pa. So say yan strikers no won yi wo. And he said you could set him in as a defense near Dina Strikers now performer. Now feel free for now, Mappe, not just say, you can draw. Even lose to be a draw, then can yet. I'm saying this year, a bad day, set him be between my house. I'm saying, bet a bad draw, the person one for the star, no what they call improvement in the by Babua. Now, me person me be so, put the mind on the piano, after how many years after I start again, wait, Mr. Wa.
Sir, how your mom match or how near stadium or how training grounds no more see.
So be Michael Canada one in our training ground or my
training pitches.
Less than the 100 years or the a chef Nagata.
Oh, that be.
Then the Osha one got out well is here. Has you been a pitch in that bend, the bobo, Sana Meplano?
I heard a very disability, me, I can say, Nana Sochina.
Mr. Amon Pempen and Funamu because their supporters here worried.
Now, supporters now will be at the Bois Club, no, my jai. Meeting Simon Cossack, chapters Nina and Temonka, a good Muntia.
Only baby. Menam years more Takrade, Coca-Cola Juma. Them time, Nam your small boy, by Nam your Coca-Cola Juma. Now has news, has phobia bed, and then no one can count. Nam your small boy, by me, talk 3 people in every 10,000 them times. The fees and penny for no trust, no more game chromo, no more faba. The fees and cannot generate this Cabidia Momo. Because maybe I had me, I miss that come as you see. You won't come enough for so hard days, I guess I'm going stadium. But with the newspaper number, Metobi, Obitobi, a creative careful fraud, and my team. And the young secretary and recent would do any show. Then a papers who are coming back, come face about one more swing in sky. You see, only I was so I would sing them. Only Anna.
So say social media and internet papers not the background bedding.
Don't forget the social media. I mean, last time I'm going to social media, I'm going to attach it here. But the paper on the bar, the face, I'm proud to say, we don't say, look at the hard news and now phobia bed. We don't say, hey, me has me, I'm out to hard paper, me a driver. Not to Tony Gumisi and Echi. I'm out to say, hey, driver for water. And to forget the social media, no, me and Bibiana, me use show. And the paper no, me a double, I'm more than social media, no, and to one day, we, Minia.
Meda se so afre na wa kire wadwen. Ye fa dwumade ni nyina se ohima champion mo betra se upom ti sen dwumade no wo de beto so e de ma mo nyame ya domo kina UEFA Champions League ekina ene ukwiada Champions League de beto so e de amount media de Bismarck Kwaku Sarpong oti afete chimensan kas na afei Isaac Kansapeja oti wo monka se wo mo ka asadia fa Ghana Premier League and afei CAF Champions League na CAF Confederation Cup ni nyina no wo mo edi eho enkoma nyame ya doma yensan enhia ala free ye de ko Facebook live me hu Pedro a message or see or share from Indianapolis o kuma seta no so Kesben Junction ono so e the message say e bye nyame ya doma cha ebesia akra mo nyina